Hello, everyone. Welcome to Social Science 306. I just want to go over a couple of things. My name is Justin Valero. I'll be your professor for the semester. And I just want to go over a couple of things on Blackboard that you're going to want to keep in mind. So if we take a look at Blackboard, you're going to notice that you'll have everything that you're going to need is going to be right here on Blackboard. So if you go ahead and if we click on the syllabus, for instance, this is going to give you class meeting times. It's going to tell you, okay, so we have Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're going to have a general session. Now, mind you, these aren't going to be required. I will be recording these and posting them up to the YouTube that we have for the class. There'll be a dedicated YouTube channel. And don't worry, all of that's going to be embedded into the Blackboard, so you'll be able to find it right then and there. And then I'll have separate office hours after those meetings if you need to just go ahead and have a one-on-one. So think of the class meetings from 4 to 5 on Tuesdays and Thursdays as something like we're just all meeting up as a group to kind of go over and answer questions. And then office hours is more of like a one-on-one thing, or if you just don't have the opportunity to jump in and you need to ask a question, that's an opportunity for you to get a hold of me live. And then we're going to go on down, making sure that we go through meeting outcomes, textbook. So make sure that you get the textbook if you haven't already. I would encourage you to get the digital version. It's going to work out a lot easier for you if you do that. I'm going to be working on a class calendar that you'll be seeing. This is a kind of a description and points breakdown of all of the points and scoring for each assignment and workshop, and you'll take a look at that. Going through class policies, make sure that everybody does have a cloud drive. I do have a cloud storage policy, so please go over that. If you have any questions, be sure to get a hold of me if you don't have cloud storage. It's just one of those things where I want you to be able to have a backup, and most of you either have an Android phone or an iPhone, so you already have it. It's just a matter of using it. I provided the links for how to use those cloud storage devices in there. So a couple of things that I also wanted you to take a look at, and we're going to go ahead and look at it through here, is let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and talk about what each week is going to look like. You're going to make sure that you have each week, you're going to have all of these schedules of, hey, this is what you should be doing. I also put them in the order that you should be checking them out. When you see videos like this, where I say to take note, this means that we're going to be discussing this in class. So we'll be having discussions about that during the course, and having discussions about how does that apply to expository writing? How does it help us in learning how to explain things or things like that? So you're also going to be seeing that. There'll also be online lectures that that'll be posted. Make sure that you're watching those as well. I'll be including those within each week. They'll be embedded in each week. So you'll notice that next week, week 2 will show up and week 3 will show up. And if there's any updates to a week, you'll notice that I'll send you out an email. So that way everything is complete, and that way you know what's going on for the week. And you'll also see a class calendar be popping up. That will also give you kind of a bird's eye view of what is due when, and also have the links for that. Now, you'll notice at the bottom here that you have an assignment, a paper due. Don't worry, it doesn't require any research. The research is you. So there's going to be an assignment where I want you to write a paper about something that you like and explain to me why you like it. I want it to be, approximately about 2 or 3 pages double spaced, and you're going to go ahead and turn this in as a PDF. And you'll notice it says submit via Google Drive. Well, if you go on up to Google Drive, you'll notice that there's a Google Dropbox right here. So we're going to go ahead and click on the Google Dropbox, and you'll notice I'll provide you the requirements of what needs to be turned in what format. I even give you how you should name the file. That way I know what's going on. It'll be last name underscore first name underscore the assignment name. So this would be writing sample, and then section number. So depending on if you're in section 5 or section 6, you'll notice in the corner right here, it'll say section 5 or section 6. And then you'll notice like right here, if you go ahead and click on the writing sample, that will send you directly to the Google Drive link where you can go ahead and upload your PDF file. And then I'll directly get your paper, and then I'll be able to grade it electronically via my iPad, and then you'll get the graded results in your private folder. So everyone is going to get a private folder. You'll get a shared folder where all of your graded work will be. That way it keeps your privacy intact, so nobody knows what grade you're getting except for you and I. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep moving along. So keep that in mind. If you have any other questions, be sure to either email me or get a hold of me during our usual talk time. You'll notice that this video is at the top of week 1. So this is the type of thing that you'll be seeing. The other thing that I want you to keep in mind is the controversial research topic. Controversial research topic is going to be the grounds for what your paper is, what your papers are going to be based on for the rest of the term. So, starting with your hot news assignment, and then your journal article analysis, and then your final paper, those are all going to be related to what controversial topic you pick. And so I'll provide another video in the controversial topic section that will talk about you selecting a controversial topic and how it relates to your paper or other papers that you're going to be doing throughout the term. The other thing that I want to mention as our last big thing for the week is the writing journals. So the writing journals are going to be due every Monday for the first 6 weeks of class. And so when you go ahead and click on it, you'll notice that you'll have a TED Talk here. And so the cool thing is it's already embedded. So if you click on it, it'll already play, or you can just go ahead and open it on YouTube. I ask some questions for you to answer within 300 to 500 words. So it's about, two-ish pages, but you'll notice the word count once you go in there. And the way that you do that is you're going to go ahead and you'll click on the title, and then you're going to go to create thread. And then once you go into create thread, you'll notice that you actually have all this here. And then you'll be able to go ahead and put your subject. You can put journal 1 in your name. And then you'll go ahead and push your response right here. This is going to be an informal response. So you can use first person, I, me, my, I think, I feel. We'll make a distinction between what are formal and informal papers as we go along in the term. But what we're going to be doing here is you're going to notice that I want you to just go ahead and answer these questions, and they're pretty open-ended. They're pretty much a response of whatever you're seeing on the TED Talk. I think this is a really good talk by Benjamin Zander, and then this is going to be something that you'll be able to take a look at. So with that, I think some of the key takeaways that I want you to think of is, one, you're going to want to make sure that you keep track of your email, because I'm going to be giving you alerts right then and there. You'll always notice the newest alerts right here in my announcements. Those are going to be the latest alerts that I give. You're always going to be doing a writing journal for the first 6 weeks, due every Monday at by 11:59 p.m., so by midnight. You're going to have weekly content that will be updated. You'll probably get week 2 by the middle of this week. That way you can kind of see what's going on and get ahead. Your assignments page will always be here, updating you with the latest assignments, due dates, prompts, how-to guides. So all of that's going to be under your assignments. Your Dropbox is actually where you're going to click right here. Your Google Dropbox is where you're going to go ahead and submit assignments for papers. You don't need to submit the writing journals. Those will already be taken care of. Right here, when you submit them in the writing journal, they're already done. Once you hit submit, you're good. The only thing that you're going to be submitting in Google Dropbox are going to be the actual papers, like the stuff that you type up in a word processor and save it as a PDF. And I'll make it abundantly clear within the prompt, please submit via Google Dropbox. As you'll notice in the first prompt, it says, please submit via Google Drive, and you'll have your Google Dropbox right here. Make sure to be looking at the controversial research topic section, because that's going to be giving you, that's going to kind of lead the conversation of where you're going to go for the remainder of the term, and we'll be talking about that as we go along throughout the semester. And then lastly, just keep a good eye on what's going on in this, because it will change. It'll update pretty frequently, particularly in the first couple of weeks. And if you have any questions for me, you can always go ahead and email me at justin.valero@csusb.edu. Or you can always get a hold of me via Zoom. Those Zoom links will be provided within a contact section, and that will be all updated within this week. And you'll notice that the weekly content will start getting updated periodically, and I'll be able to provide emails for that. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great beginning of their term, and I look forward to working with you all.